Hello, everyone. It's Debbie Evans. I'm back with a little bit of, well, what I hope is going to be a bit of good news for you. But for those of you that don't know me, I'm a retired NHS ward sister. Belts and braces, good old fashioned tender loving care, do no harm. I like to keep my eye on what's going on and try to bring you some news. And occasionally, well, you can't make it up. And today's one of those days. So I'm going to ask you, are you happy? Are you? Um, with everything going on in the world around us, I'm sure there are a lot of people who have very genuine concerns. But the weather here in Cornwall is beautiful. Nature, isn't it just lovely when you can get out in the sunshine? And I'm very lucky by the coast. I can see the sea and it's just glistening in the sunshine and it makes you happy. Seeing people around, kids playing, it's just lovely. So, are you happy? Well, let's look at the definition of happiness, shall we? In psychology, it's a state of well-being. And there's the clue. Listen to that word well-being. But it means that, generally you're feeling positive, you're smiling, you have a feel-good factor. And good things seem to be happening in your life around you, right? But if you're not quite sure, then you can always do an online test. Here you go. See? There, you didn't believe me, but there it is, the online test. If anybody does decide to do it, please let me know how you get on with it. But the government are interested in our happiness as well. They don't want to call it happiness, though. So I just want to take you to the government UK page, which, did used to be the happiness page. But again, they've changed the name too to well-being. This is all about your happiness, well-being. And there's also a happiness research institute, don't you know? They call themselves an independent think tank, and that's probably going to be another podcast for another time. But they say that they take a scientific approach to improving the quality of life. Whose life? Well, your life, my life. That's nice, isn't it? Oh, good. Well, according to their website, please do go and have a look at it. And the reason that I say do go and have a look at it and check out my homework and check out my dots is don't take my word for it. Just because I've seen it, just because I've read it, doesn't mean to say you don't have to. It really is in your best interest if you do. So go to their website and have a look. And you'll see that actually, apparently, according to them, we spend a third of our lives at work. So why not feel even happier while you're at work? Sounds a good idea, right? Actually, there's also a happiness online course. So if you're not feeling particularly happy at the moment, you can always go and do the course. Do let me know how you get on. Do you know what? I was thinking the other day, perhaps they'll bring out an mRNA vaccine for happiness. Just saying. But actually, let's stay on the subject of vaccines because if you're happy, you'll be in a good mood, right? Be in a good mood. So if you're in a good mood, that's good. But if you're not and you're feeling a bit grumpy, then perhaps it's not a good time to be taking any vaccines. Yep, that's right. You don't need to rewind it. I'm going to show you the evidence. Let's look at the Standard for a start. This is just one of many mainstream outlets that actually reported on this. And they say that a good mood could help some vaccines work better. Really? Which vaccines? Well, we'll find out in a minute. So a team from Cardiff University, they've been taking blood samples. They took blood samples from 184 people before they received the first dose of the COVID-19. There are clues in the COVID-19 vaccine. And they asked them lots of questions in this questionnaire. How happy are you? How stressed are you? How anxious are you? Maybe you're depressed. What's your general well-being status, if you like? And then they did a second blood sample 4 weeks after the second injection. And they found, surprisingly, that in people that had a good mood and that were in a good mood, their antibodies were 16% higher. Can you believe it? Well, no, I couldn't really. So off I went to Cardiff University. Always good to go to the source. Don't just rely on the mainstream media and certainly don't just rely on me. So off I went to Cardiff University and sure enough, a good mood helps COVID-19 vaccines work better. Really? which COVID-19 vaccines? I asked myself. Well, it didn't take long before I scrolled down and found that actually it's mRNA vaccines, no less. Would you believe it? So finally, on this short presentation, let's end with the words from Professor Karita Vedhara. I do apologise for the pronunciation of her name, from Cardiff University, who hypothesises that actually psychological factors may affect antibody response after the second and final dose of the vaccine. And yes, this study was done after 2 doses of the vaccine. And I know that plenty of people watching will know people and maybe themselves who have had boosters. But this study was just for the first 2, and what they say are the final boosters. So where are we at? Well, for me personally, if I get any pings or email alerts or phone calls or texts inviting me for any mRNA jab, I think I'm always going to be in a really bad mood. It's not going to be in my interests to go for the jab. So next time you get invited and you don't want to accept the invitation, perhaps show the doctor, show the provider the evidence that, sorry, I'm not in a good mood and it's not for me. Thank you for watching. I hope it's, well, you can't make this stuff up, can you? It's a crazy world that we're living in, but try to stay sane. Keep asking questions and, well, stay sane, stay full of faith, because faith is the antidote to fear. It really is. And be prepared. It might be a bumpy ride, but we're all in this together, right? So thank you for watching. Please share. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Substack. Links beneath this video, and I'll see you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye for now.